Hi, welcome to the Forest Mill. This video is going to be about how I tune my lyres, or lyres, however you want to pronounce it. This is basically a video for beginners who either purchased one or who just bought one somewheres and they want to learn how to tune something the first time. There's different ways to do it. It's like beekeeping. You ask 10 beekeepers how to keep bees, you get 10 different answers, right? So, but this is how I do it, my method, and it's pretty accurate. Need a lyre. You need a tuning wrench for a Zether pin. These are 4 mm. And you need some type of tuner, right? Electric tuner. Now, what I usually do is I'll start from the low string and go up. Now, the lyres that have fixed posts in the back, kind of like a guitar, it's easier to tune because the tailpiece don't move. Now, on a floating tailpiece like this, as you tighten one string to the left, it pulls to the left, and you tighten string to the right, it pulls to the right. So it takes a little bit more time and patience to tune it, right? So you just got to have patience when you do these. And you get one, and when you go to tune it, it's small increments, clockwise. Clockwise to tighten it, counterclockwise to loosen it. And you don't stick it on there and you just wrench it, because you're going to end up popping the string or damaging the instrument, right? So when you go to tune it, so my tuner says that's F, and I want that to go to G. So you put it on there and I turn it probably about a quarter of a turn. Try it again, and that's G. We'll move to the next one. It's saying that's high G. Okay, that's a little high. That's about right. Moving to the next one. That's G. About a quarter of a turn. That's A. Going a quarter of a turn. Don't think much. It's still A. We do another quarter of a turn. That's B. So that's A. We're going to give it a little bit more than a quarter of a turn. That's A. That's C. C high. We're going to put it down just a little bit. It's still a little sharp. Okay, turn it a little bit more. That's right. Move to the next string. This should be D, so we're going to give it a little crank. It's almost at it, a little more. Still C sharp. That's D, right at D. Next one's going to be E. D sharp. Quarter turn now. Okay, that's E. It's almost E sharp, but it's right at it. Now, since I tighten this, the bridge is shifted, so that means that the other strings is going to go down just a little bit. Just a little bit. The B went down a little bit. So we're going to tighten it up. All right. That's right on. That's good. All right, so that's pretty much. That's pretty much spot on. All right, so if you get one of these or you buy any new instrument, right, and let's say you change your strings or something like that, strings need to stretch in on these instruments. And what I mean by that, let's see if I just put on. I'll start from the lowest note going high, right? Now let's say I've got this E string right here. My E string breaks. I put in a new string. I would tune this up to about a B, right? And I'd let that stretch for at least about 2 to 3 hours, and then I would come back and I would bring that B up to a D, and I'd let it set for a little bit and let that string stretch in a little bit more, and then about an hour or two later I'd come back and get it back to an E. Now the reason why I went from low to high in one setting with these, because these strings have already been stretched in. I've already put these on the instrument, and it took a couple of days and get them up to their notes, right? So whenever you change strings on the instrument, you always got to remember to let your strings stretch in, because it's not only the strings are stretching in, but it's the wood itself. It's given to the pressure, right? And it's moving and adjusting to the tension of the strings. All instruments do that, unless they're made of plastic or metal. All wooden instruments, shift with the tension of the strings. So that's how you tune a lyre. So remember, when you start, it's small increments of just quarter turns, right? And just take your time and work your strings up, work your notes up. Start from your G and go up to your E or your D or your C or whatever string, or whatever note you want to get your string to. It's all about. See, that E's already dropped. That E's already dropped. So these are new strings. This is the instrument I just built a week ago. So, and see, that's already shifted down to a C. The setting here is these strings are still not quite stretched out fully. But the more they stretch, the more easier it is for them to hold a note. Now see, I tighten this up. Now the G string lowered because the bridge shifted over to the right some. So that's pretty much how you tune one of these instruments. It's all about taking your time and patience. So, future reference, that's how you tune a lyre. Take your time, patience, go slowly.